Hi guys, my name is Jordan Pankratz,
And I'm Kimberly Jennings.
and we're going to talk a little bit about IKEA today.
So IKEA has been around for about 75 years. It was actually started by a 17-year-old boy in Sweden. And IKEA is actually an acronym. The first two letters, the I and the K, is his first and last name. And then the E and the A stands for a farm that he grew up on in his hometown as well. So IKEA is known for their furniture items. However, they didn't start selling furniture items. They started selling much smaller items such as watches and jewelry, little knickknacks. So that's really where they started. And so now where they're at in terms of the products that they offer, it's going to be mostly furniture pieces, although they do still have smaller items like the ones that they started with.
IKEA's target market, it's not really targeted to anyone in specific, just anyone that is trying to buy home goods and save a little bit of money. It's not by too many demographics, typically families, but even like I'm not a family and I've bought things from IKEA. They also, price is a big factor that everyone that shops at IKEA goes there for. You're looking for a low price and a high quality product while knowing that you have to put the product together after you take it home.
So in terms of their product assortment, IKEA is not going to have any name or national brands at their store. They actually manufacture everything that they sell. This really helps them in the long run when it comes to the profit that they're making. Since they're manufacturing all their own products, they're saving a ton of money since there's no middleman. And they offer mainly low prices. This is something that IKEA is actually really famous for. And so what this does is it really attracts the customer who's looking for value in their products, especially when it comes to price, since value is going to be the perceived quality over the price of an item when it comes to how consumers are evaluating their products that they're buying. And they do sell some convenience goods, but mostly they're selling shopping goods.
Store location, IKEA is typically a destination store, and they also are usually owned by IKEA. They're not rented, the building isn't rented. What this means by destination stores is that there's typically no one else around them. People are willing to drive a long way to go there. There are a lot of IKEA stores in volume, but they're typically not very close together. In Dallas-Fort Worth, we have 2 locations within 45 minutes of each other, and that's a very rare thing. There are only like 40 or 50 locations in the United States, and we're fortunate to have 2 of them near us. The Frisco location is off of Dallas North Tollway, and the Grand Prairie location is off of George Bush Turnpike. And both of these, there's relatively not much around them. I know the Frisco one has a minor league baseball park next to it, but it's miles of parking lot everywhere else. So that's a pretty unique thing about IKEA.
So in terms of the pricing that IKEA offers, they definitely use the everyday low pricing strategy in comparison to the high and low pricing strategy. What this does is it attracts the people who are looking for value in their products, and that kind of value is going to be there every day. So with that, they do offer some sales promotions from time to time, especially around the holidays or back to school. They'll start selling a lot of child furniture items during back to school time because they know that the parents are going to be shopping for their kids around that time, things like that. And so what they offer is actually the IKEA family program. And with this, it's their frequent shopper program. It tells you a little bit about their target market here, that it is mainly going to be families, even though people who don't have or aren't shopping there with their families will also shop there, but it is mainly for the families, especially with the child care programs that they offer. So it's really catering to them as well.
Communication mix. IKEA doesn't do a ton of TV advertising. They do it, it's just not a huge part of what they do. A lot of what they do is print advertisements, like you can see here on the PowerPoint. It's very unique and it has a very, you know that's IKEA when you look at it. They also do various social media and viral campaigns that have been pretty successful. They've been able to lead to an uptick in sales and brand awareness throughout them. And then one of the unique things that they do for promotion is for the IKEA family that Kim talked about on the last slide. They'll offer free coffee out every now and then to the members of that, which would entice them to come into the store.
So in terms of their store layout, most people who've been to IKEA will definitely know what we're talking about when it comes to the maze layout that they have. When you step into IKEA, there's really nowhere else to go but the path that they've created for you, and this allows the customer to see all of the different products that they're offering and not skip over one section. So they'll have showrooms a lot of the time, so instead of a certain item such as a nightstand, they'll have a showroom where you can see a bed frame with a mattress and a nightstand, maybe a shelf that they're offering as well. So this really allows the customer to visualize what the furniture pieces can look like in their home. And this really does create a homey atmosphere. Something that you're really going to IKEA for is going to be the design of your home and how you want your home to look, what you want it to fill, or what you want to fill your home up with. So this can really add to their atmosphere and brings a lot of customer satisfaction.
The customer service reputation for IKEA is not the greatest. They have low ratings consistently on many online customer service rating sites. I know on consumeraffairs.com they have a 1.1 out of 5. And even taking into account that most customers that go to those websites to rate them are upset customers, a 1.1 out of 5 is pretty bad, and there are several hundred ratings on there. There's different services offered. They have assembly services, online planning. You can plan a room with them, like through kitchen services. They'll help you, redecorate your entire kitchen. And so many of those are very successful. Just the, calling in and different customer service aspects is where they have struggled in the past. What they've done now is do the O4G, which is Organized for Growth. And the goal with that was to become more customer-centric. It's kind of had a backwards effect in a sense. It has kind of stripped the employees of a lot of their power, and the people that are supposed to be there to help the customers and do a lot of things. What has happened is they've cut some employees, and because of that, there are less people out there. The stores have become relatively dirty. And a lot of the employees are very upset about it, and it's led to very long lines at cashiers and trying to get your merchandise and things like that. So it hasn't really worked out the way that they expected it to.
So in terms of the competitive advantage that IKEA has, the main competitive advantage of theirs is definitely going to be their economies of scale. And this is because they have about 415 locations, and this is spread throughout 49 countries. So they have a ton of products, which means that they can sell them for cheaper and still make a profit. So this is definitely to their advantage. The store layout that they have, the maze, is definitely a strength of theirs because in the end, customers tend to buy more items when they see really everything that they have to offer as they're going through the store, rather than it being sectioned off in different areas. And it's a completely unique experience when you go to IKEA. You're not only shopping for products, but you can visualize what things are going to look like in your home with their showrooms, and you can eat there. You can have any food that you can imagine. They're probably going to have it there, such as Swedish cookies or ice creams or even vegan hot dogs. So they really offer a lot to their customers with everything there regarding the shopping experience. So that wraps it up.